as an EF4 tornado rocked Dayton on Memorial Day night. That sound did not sound in the city.
I can't ever recall hearing sirens.
City leaders said there's a good reason residents have not heard siren sound for 2 decades.
And it made fiscal sense to get rid of them.
StormCenter 7 investigates the city of Dayton's decision not to continue not using warning sirens.
Those outdoor warning sirens have not been used in the city of Dayton for 2 decades.
And 2 months after those Memorial Day tornadoes, again, people still questioning Dayton city leaders and whether this is the right decision.
StormCenter 7 meteorologist Jesse Maag discovered it comes down to following the money trail. Jesse?
While that's the warning sound many communities across the Miami Valley heard as 15 tornadoes, many large and violent, approached on Memorial Day. For the city of Dayton residents like Joe Taylor,
we didn't hear anything. If it wasn't for Channel 7, we wouldn't know anything about it.
The lack of an outside warning sound as an EF4 ripped through parts of Montgomery County caused fellow Dayton resident Brenda Jewett to question the mayor and city council on continuing a 20-year practice of not using any sirens.
Because I feel like if there are no sirens, then our lives were put seriously in danger.
But that fear, City of Dayton Deputy Fire Chief Jeff Likens says is actually not founded because of new technology.
And it made fiscal sense to get rid of them. Obviously at that time, about 20 years ago, when cell phones started coming around, and there was really more of a shift of reliance on technology to notify people of impending weather.
It's true. Smartphones offer an unparalleled way to warn about approaching storms. Jewett even mentioned that during her testimony.
Had it not been for my cell phone, I wouldn't have known anything.
In Ohio, state public safety leaders tell StormCenter 7 all siren decisions are left up to local governments. Ultimately, Deputy Chief Likens says for the city of Dayton, it came down to cost.
They typically range, including installation, from as low as $25,000 to as high as $40,000 each.
Each siren covers between 1 to 2 square miles. To cover the entire city of Dayton, it would require installing roughly 23 sirens at a cost of anywhere between $600,000 to $900,000. That's not including additional maintenance and operation costs.
On an average cost, that's over $1 million.
From their beginning, warning of the German invasion during World War II, to warning Americans of possible nuclear attacks during the 1950s, to becoming standard tornado warnings in the 1970s. Today, an Ohio emergency management spokesperson told StormCenter 7 most Ohio communities are still using sirens to warn people outdoors to take shelter immediately.
We need to be alerted as early as possible. But again, I think we also need the sirens to tell us.
In Harrison Township, where sirens were sounded as an EF4 hit their community just 5 miles from Dayton, residents told me the sirens are worth every penny.
I don't think lives are too costly.
While Dayton is not the only city that does not use tornado sirens, rural areas seem to be the most likely to sound the alarm. The National Weather Service in Wilmington lists Mercer, Auglaize, Logan, Miami, Butler, Warren, and Wayne County, Indiana, as storm-ready counties. In short, this means these counties are highly prepared to warn its citizens of an impending tornado strike.
But I heard nothing.
And for those still wondering, Deputy Chief Likens told me there is another way to fund tornado sirens.
Homeland Defense offers some funding capabilities for that, but again, that's limited and at about $40,000 each on the high end. They don't offer $1 million funding.
And the deputy chief says that's the tough question Dayton residents have to be able to answer. Are you willing to spend more on tax dollars to fund the sirens? And this story shows the importance of having a weather radio like one of these. The chief described it as working like a smoke detector for severe weather. And many of these radios come with actually a self-charging hand crank that would ensure you receive updates when the power goes out. It even has a port to charge your cell phone. I'm meteorologist Jesse Maag for StormCenter 7.